Hey, what's up, Nerd Squad? We're back with another NFL record prediction. Before I get started, I just want to apologize for the lack of uploading for the past couple weeks. I've been in the process of moving and just haven't really had the time to upload. Also, haven't really had internet, so apologize for that. But hopefully, we can get back into being a little bit more consistent with these record predictions. Also, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and let's jump right into it. Today, we're going to be predicting the Minnesota Vikings record prediction for 2020. Starting week one, we have the Packers at the Vikings. Vikings, I feel like, are a pretty underrated team going into 2020. They went, I want to say it was 11-5 in 2019. And yeah, while they may have lost a couple pieces, their roster's still really good, and I don't think it's going to cause them to lose, many more games. I do expect them to split with the Packers. I don't see the Vikings beating them in Lambeau, so I think they'll beat them week one, but then week eight, I think the Packers will get their revenge. Week two, there's a lot of people that are really high on the Colts. I am really not one of those people. Their O line's really good, but I'm really not confident in Philip Rivers. He has really gone downhill the past couple of years, and I don't think the Colts have really as good of weapons as the Chargers did either. Yeah, they may have a better O line, obviously, but not as good of weapons. And here, I just feel like the Vikings are a better team. Their coaching level is probably about the same. So I'll take the Vikings here. Week three, we have the Titans at the Vikings. I'm still pretty high on the Titans. I really don't think Derrick Henry is going to have a down year at all. And I'm confident in Ryan Tannehill. I think him and A.J. Brown are going to be an insane duo. I'm expecting A.J. Brown to have an incredible year. Their defense is still arguably top 10. I like this Titans team. I think the Titans will take it. Week four, we have the Vikings at the Texans. Now, Texans have a rough schedule, and they've had some questionable moves this offseason, to say the least. It was incredibly stupid of them to get rid of DeAndre Hopkins. I think Bill O'Brien's tearing apart that team. I just don't think the Texans are in a good spot going into 2020. I think the Vikings take it. Week five, we have the Vikings at the Seahawks. Seahawks are a really good team. Their defense, I feel like, has improved a little bit. Their offensive line has improved. That offense is going to be scary. I feel like a lot of people are kind of underestimating their offense for this year. Chris Carson is extremely underrated. I love DK Metcalf. Tyler Lockett's still really good. Plus, there's rumors they could even sign Antonio Brown. If they do, that offense is going to be just insane. It's not going to be beatable. So, I'm taking the Seahawks here. I could see it being close, but I do think the Seahawks will finish and win the game. Week six, we have the Falcons at the Vikings, and I'm really not real high on the Falcons. It seems like every year they're one of those quote unquote sleeper teams, but they disappoint every year. And with Matt Ryan getting older and Julio Jones getting older, and their defense just not being very good, along with questionable coaching, I just don't really see them really being all that good. Even though I just don't see the Falcons beating the Vikings. I feel like the Falcons are a very overrated team, and I just really don't. I don't really like that team at all. Julio Jones will still play at a high level. Calvin Ridley's good, but their offensive line isn't very good anymore. Matt Ryan's getting old. Defense is still very questionable, and coaching is very questionable. It's not that great of a team. So I don't see the Falcons doing very good. I already talked about the Packers game. Week 9, we have the Lions at the Vikings. Lions, I could see doing a little bit better this year. Now, they have a really good offense. I still am a huge fan of Matt Stafford. I think he's still incredibly underrated. They added some decent pieces to their defense. My main questions there are their coaching. Matt Patricia just cannot put it together, and I feel like the Vikings are honestly going to sweep the Lions. I don't really see the Lions being able to do much against them. Week 10, I have the Bears beating the Vikings. Bears are a team that, man, I got a ton of hate for. From Bears fans. I had them going 6-10. I'm high on the defense. The defense will still be top 10, arguably top 5. I think they'll be top 5 in scoring. But the defense isn't enough to win them, 10 games. Mitch Trubisky, I'm not a fan of at all. I don't think he's going to have a good season at all. Allen Robinson really is his only target. Jimmy Graham is old. There's not much to like from that Bears offense, and I feel like they had a really good shot to get Jalen Hurts and have a good quarterback for the future, and they completely whiffed on it. I don't like this Bears team. I think they'll split. If it wasn't just a divisional rivalry, I would take the Vikings absolutely 100%. But since it is a divisional game, I could see them splitting, and I think the Bears win at home and the Vikings win at home. So then week 11, we have the Cowboys at the Vikings. I'm taking the Cowboys here. Cowboys just have a more complete team. Their offense is really good. Dak just signed his, I guess you'd call it his franchise tender type of thing for $31 million. It's still questionable at this point if there's going to be an extension. I think there will be. I don't think the Cowboys are going to let Dak slip from that franchise. Ezekiel Elliott's still playing at a high level. The offensive line is really good still. They have a solid defense too. I think the Cowboys take it. Week 12, we have the Panthers at Vikings. Now, I'm a little bit higher on the Panthers than, some other people. I have them going at 8-8, mainly because of their offense. Their offense, I feel like, is going to be criminally underrated with Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, Robbie Anderson. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Ian Thomas. They got Russell Okung, which should really help their offensive line. And Teddy Bridgewater. He's not going to turn the ball over 30 times in a season like Kyle Allen did. I think their offense is going to be really good. But I don't think it's going to be enough to win this game for them. So I do have the Vikings taking that one. It'll be a close one, but I think the Vikings take it. Week 13, I have the Jags as the number 1 team to tank for Trevor. I think they're going to be picking number 1 overall in the draft next year, and they're just not a good team right now. So picking the Vikings there, 100%. Week 14, we have the Vikings at the Bucks. I'm sorry, I'm kind of hopping on the bandwagon here. Bucks are going to be a good team. I hate saying that, but the Bucks are going to be a good team. Tom Brady's not going to turn the ball over 30 times in a season either. He may not have as much firepower as Winston did, but he's going to be more consistent, and there's too many pieces on that offense, and their defense is underrated too. Their rush defense was among the best in the league last year. And really, I feel like their pass defense could be a little bit better this year too. You know, I think the Bucks are taking that one. Already talked about the Bears game. Going into Week 16, we have the Vikings at Saints. I'm giving this one to the Saints. They're a more complete team, 100% better coaching. Sean Payton is one of the best coaches in the league. Drew Brees is still playing at a pretty high level. Michael Thomas is, a top 3 receiver in the league. I just don't really see I don't know. This could be a case where the Vikings could absolutely take it, but where it's not the postseason, where they've been haunting the Saints, I feel like the Saints take it. If they do meet up in the postseason, I could absolutely see the Vikings take it again. But just in the regular season, I think the Saints take it. So overall, I have the Vikings going 9-7 for 2020. Let me know if I was too high on them or too low on them. Let me know if you think they'll make the playoffs in 2020. And again, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and I will see you next time. Later.